Shefsky here, and welcome to Fantasy House. This is an imaginary MTV Cribs kind of experience. So, in this podcast, every episode, different special guest comes on, and they walk us through their fantasy house. Give us like a tour. Half of the time when I'm interviewing my guests, I'll like have my eyes closed because I'm imagining whatever they're describing, and I recommend you do that too, unless you're driving. Please. All right, are you drinking? I'm fantasy housing, and Shefsky said to close my eyes. Who's Shefsky, and what's fantasy housing? You're under arrest. And then I get a new listener, but then you give me a bad review because now you have a record with the police. So just close your eyes and listen to this at home, or if you're driving, just imagine what's going on, but focus on the friggin' road. This podcast is brought to you by me, Jon Shefsky, your realtor that wants you to be safe out there, but close your eyes if you're at home. My guest today is one of my best friends, and this is so exciting because we riff all the time. He's never been in the comedy world, but I've always been like, you gotta make comedy, man, because we always just come up with the best sketches, the best TV. We always have the best stuff. Adam Flamenbaum. In the words of the great Angelo Bowers, let us do this. Won't you take
Hi. Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to have you on here.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be on it.
I just want to riff with you about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
What's been going on lately, dude?
Let's see. I'm currently in between jobs. I don't want to say unemployed because I have something lined up. It's just taken forever to actually happen.
People are going to think you're an actor by what you just said.
Oh, I'm not an actor.
I'm in between jobs, and I've got something lined up really, really well. Just got some headshots, and my acting coach says I'm doing great.
I'm going to make it big. I'm sure the next one's going to happen.
You're going to make a pizza big because you're a...
Oh, well, I
restaurateur?
Yeah. I work in hospitality. I work in restaurants. I've been doing it for a very, very, very long time. And I am currently waiting for my next project to finish construction where I can go on to design their bar program and work there and have it as my place of employment because it's what I love to do is entertain and have a good time. You
do, and you are a pro at that.
Oh, thanks, man.
You have a amazing skill for like being able to turn things. You just know how to host. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And actually, since you're mentioning that, can I get you a drink? I have a full bar
while we're recording. I actually would totally drink from. So, in describing before you describe your fantasy house, describing your real apartment, Adam has a dope bar. I know I date myself when I say dope, but that's just what I feel. Like, that's dope. Your bar is dope.
I say dope when I'm like genuinely really excited about something.
In the 70s?
No, when I'm like really excited for something, and I have the same thought. Like, oh, am I dating? Like, can I say? Like, should I say that? Do people look at me and think? But I usually don't say it like out loud. I'm usually like by myself. Like, that was dope. Like, you know?
Oh yeah, dude. Is that a whiskey? What in the very back there? That I see the back left corner.
Yeah, that is a gift from my wife's father, and it is very cheap, very bad Canadian whiskey. And he brought it over, and
I'm like, you're the best host ever. You're like, thank you. I really do make people feel comfortable. This piece of shit bought me a crappy whiskey.
Well, it's kind of funny because you pointed out the one bottle that's hidden away in the back. And
well, that's just because I'm trash. I'm trash, so I go, like, trash recognize trash. I just saw, like, a bottle of cheap whiskey, and I was like, I'll take it from the well. Thank you very much. How much is the good stuff? I'll have a well drink.
Oh, dude, I'll just pour it right in your mouth.
Dude, I thought you already had a super soaker loaded up with that.
What was that? The rum gun.
What kind of scotch is this? Oh, that kind of scotch. But just so our listeners know, you have so many. There's 50 bottles up there.
Maybe, yeah.
There's like,
thanks, man.
It's so much fun. So
it's a fun collection.
Okay, well, we should have a drink.
Okay.
And I guess we can pour one while we're recording, or should we pause the...
We do whatever. Will this reach if I walk over there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out.
Let's walk over there. I didn't say in our intro, but I'll let our listeners know. We're recording... Wait, did I say it? We're recording at your house?
Whiskey?
Yeah, please. Whiskey.
Whiskey?
If you had a time machine, you could go anywhere in time, but you can only go to that one spot. You can go there as much as you want. You can come back as much as you want. You can travel between it, but you just can't go anywhere else.
I'd go to that time when we were in that In-N-Out and you broke my sunglasses because you hit me in the balls and I jumped forward and smashed my sunglasses into the counter and snapped them in half. But I would do that and I would stop you from hitting me in the balls, and then I would just stalk you right in the crotch, and then I'd like blink back into the future. And then when I would get back, I would still have those sunglasses.
I feel like you've talked about that experience with therapists, and they're like, is there a punching bag of me in your closet right now? You're like, I would go back to that time that you hit me in the balls and I broke my glasses and I'd kick your ass. We always have bonded on like having good times and laughing about stuff. And I feel like one of the things that you're always excited about, that gets me motivated and excited about stuff, is technology. And you always will be like, check this out.
Yeah.
And you keep up with that. And you know some cool stuff, and you get excited about the fun side of those things.
I'm excited for the future, man.
Yeah.
Like future, like crazy cybernetics and robots and stuff like that. Like that type of stuff.
You think we'll see all that stuff in our lifetime?
I hope so. I hope at least a little bit of it. Just a little.
Just a little. Just a little.
You know? Like I used to think, I've always wanted to go to space. I've always like, I just want to take like one of those flights to space. And the fact that they're like the commercial shuttles are like already out there, even though it is, it's like $25,000 or something for.
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like $100,000. Is it like 25 grand?
I think it's dropped. I think it's like just to do like, I think like the Virgin Galactic or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not like a crazy, it's not like you go into like, I don't think you like,
you just go like the
into
top
orbit.
Of the atmosphere.
Like I think you just go upper atmosphere.
It's called edging. You go to the edge of the atmosphere, but you don't actually go all the way.
I don't think is that really what they call it?
No.
God, you're really pulling that like host card. Like, I'm the host. I know everything.
What are you talking about? I'm just talking, and you're believing. You're wiping what I'm dumping.
I am actually. Yeah, but I've always wanted to do that, and as the years have gone on, I'm like, I think this might actually be a possibility before, I don't know, and maybe in 20 years. I won't be that old in 20 years. I'll be
in 20 years. It'll probably be like $3 or $4 grand, right? To just take a space.
That's what I'm saying. Like flight? I'll be in my 50s, but like,
yeah,
my late 50s. But
God, it's terrifying.
I know.
I just started figuring it out. I'm not ready to be 50.
I know.
I just started understanding.
Wait a minute. If you're not in charge, I'm not in charge.
Who the hell's in charge?
What's happening?
Oh yeah, that feeling you get when you become an adult. You're like, wait, the adults don't really know that much more. Oh my God, some of them know less than kids.
That was the worst.
It's the scariest.
When that realization settled in, like
it's relieving.
sunk in, it was like, oh.
It's kind of relieving though, as long as you're not in physical harm's way. You're just like, okay, well, no one knows what they're doing, and we're on a tiny speck floating around in a giant universe that's kind of hard to comprehend, so I guess I'll just have a glass of whiskey and do a podcast with one of my best buds. Anybody want a sandwich? I am terrified. Underneath my face, I'm just screaming.
I can see it in your eyes, man.
Right? I need an adult. There are no adults? Wait, I'm an adult? Oh, geez, Louise. I don't know which buttons to push. It's terrifying, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, it's relieving, and in a way, it's terrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that'd be cool to go to space. But,
go to space would be cool.
This is a cool little piece of technology you got here.
A recorder?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I mean, if you were in a time machine and you just came here and you'd be like, what? But now we're just used to them because everything records around you all the time. Your phone, your computer, your Samsung TV. Folks, they're listening.
Oh, they absolutely are right now.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty rad. This recorder is rad.
My air conditioner is listening to us.
Don't you think you get like a little... do you think it is? There's chips in there? Oh,
probably,
shit.
Dude. How do you think Frigidaire makes their air conditioners? So I don't know.
Frigidaire rhymes with listening here. Oh my God, you're right. If you spell Frigidaire backward, it says, dude, you're fucking paranoid. But seriously though, is it funny though? Like you mentioned that this recorder is dope, but it's like, yeah, it is, but whatever, because you almost get like greedy with technology where like after a while the effects wear off and you're like, that's good, I want something better. It's like, well, what are we going to want? Like if cars float and we can cure cancer, they're like, I want to live to be 500. And then you live to be 500 and they're like, that's not long enough. I want titanium bones. I want to live to be 1,000. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
The stuff that you and I live with right now is so dope. Compared, like for someone from 200 years ago.
Oh, for sure. From someone from 20 years ago.
But we're sitting here going,
I want more.
I want the future. And then in the future, some guy's going to be sitting there going, I want some real technology. This stuff's weak. I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe something changes and people get to a point where they're just like, no, I am pretty stoked. This is pretty cool. And they just go like, yellowtail sashimi. And then it just appears in front of them. They're like, this technology's great.
I think it's kind of like the Jetsons. Like no one said anything after that. Like they were all pretty stoked. They just had their...
You realize the Jetsons isn't a documentary, right? It's a cartoon.
It's a theory. No.
The Jetsons is a theory. I bet you it is. They always have cute little like cartoony, entertainment-y kind of theory names in right? My big toe.
But like what else would like... But if you were a Jetson, what would you be asking for in that situation? I mean, I guess we didn't really see much of the technology in there, except for the flying cars and like the little escape pods that they had and flying robots.
Are those your favorite things when you think of technology? Like when you envision, like when you say the words, like "I love technology." Is that what you're thinking? Is floating cars and robots?
Yeah, I just think that'll be really, really cool. I think that'll be a good usage of resources in an effort to, I don't know, stray away from fossil fuels and like kind of progress. I think we do need to start to embrace some of these like ideas of robotics and, you know, and within reason, obviously. We definitely don't need that super AI taking over the world, but I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's scary stuff.
But it's just a cool idea to think about and like to be able to have that as like just like that's like in the day-to-day life of, you know, there's like worker robots or something, like, you know, like whatever it is. Like I just think I love those visions of the future and like that science fiction and yeah,
like where people won't need to like do some of the jobs that suck because you'll be like, a robot does that.
Yeah,
there's no need to go to clean up toxic
How great would that be?
or be in danger in harm's way. A robot will go take care of that.
How rad would that be?
As long as the robots aren't conscious, and then we're like, oh, we're kind of being jerks to the robots and making them work crappy jobs, you know?
Yeah.
Like if toilets become like all techy and they're like, dude, this job sucks, you know?
I'm pretty sure that was like a Far Side joke or something.
But you know what I mean though? Like if you're a toilet and you're just like, oh, dude, like they don't know I'm conscious and sure.
All I do is just eat their excrement. Like
that's gross. I didn't want to say it, but all I do is eat shit all day.
Well, I tried to, you know, zhuzh it up a little, and you just went for it.
I just went for it. That's what I do. That's what it says on my business card.
Jon Shefsky.
I just go for it.
Goes for it.
I just go for it. So would your fantasy house have a bunch of crazy tech to it?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. It would definitely have that aspect of the Jetsons floating house, because that's one thing that I would love to be able to do is like not be stationary in the house. Like how rad would that be if you can like the whole house, like the property just kind of like just lifts up. And I'm like, you know what I want to do right now? I want to go to live at the beach, and like the whole house just like picks up and like just parks itself like in Malibu or like, you know, somewhere Central Coast, and you're just like, that's it. Like this is where I live for the next for the summer, and then for the fall I'm like Pacific Northwest, and like you just and the whole house just takes off and like floats on over and just settles in the middle of the woods, like, you know, just outside of Seattle, and I'm like, all right.
That's beautiful.
How cool would that be?
So is that the geographic location of your fantasy house? Is it just parked somewhere? Is it like a giant cool RV of a home?
No, it's exactly like the Jetsons. Like it looks
I would say the Jetsons is a giant cool RV of a home. I mean, it's a big.
I remember their thing being like a flat bottom with like that little like antenna thing, kind of like that. But like the whole house, that just like imagine it like in the clouds, like floating around.
Yeah,
but then it just like will park wherever.
What's it look like? Does it look like the Jetsons thing?
That's the thing. I don't know. I don't think it would look like that. I feel like a glass dome is not very structurally.
But this is in your fantasy. This is in your mind. It's allowed. You're allowed to have it be a glass anything you want.
No, I would want it to look
dick full with cosmic crack if you wanted to. Just joking. Please don't have that. This is a drug-free show.
I'd want it to look like an old like craftsman home, you know.
Yeah.
Like with like a porch. Like how rad would that be? Like it looks like from the front, it's just kind of this like chill house.
Yeah.
Like, you know, maybe there's a garage over there and there's a yard, but then like once you go into it, all of a sudden it's kind of like a Mary Poppins bag where you're like, how many floors are there to this thing?
it doesn't make physics sense when you walk in. You're like, it can't physically be this giant, but it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
And maybe it's just the architecture and like the architect that designed it. He was like, well, I made it one floor so that way you can make it look like that. I don't know.
So it's floating like the Jetsons house. It can move anywhere, but it has a craftsman look to it from the outside. What color is it? Like obviously wood panels.
Yeah, I'd say like kind of like a mix of dark, like wood and dark colors, like dark gray.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I just think that like having that porch
yeah.
would just be so rad. Just be able to chill out on the porch and have a drink.
Is that where you are when me and the Fantasy House crew walks up? Hey, we're here to film your episode. Are you chilling on the porch?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think so. But then like, and then like, I don't have to worry about security or anything because then I could just like hover. Like I get in for the night and I'm like, boop, and the whole thing just takes off and just goes like, you know,
high enough to where you don't have to worry.
Like 200 feet in the air, and I'm just chilling. And I can just like watch the sunset, look at stuff. How fun would that be, right?
That'd be so rad.
Yeah.
All right, so can we get into it while it's ground level and then we rise up?
Yeah. Where do you want to? Let's see. Where do you want to go to?
I'm good wherever. I mean, if we're just like up in the sky, 200 feet up, that's just kind of fun.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll get in and we'll just take off.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
right.
cool.
What's it look like when we walk in through the front door?
When you get into the front door, there'll definitely be like some sort of concierge there.
Yeah.
No, really, it'll be. Think of it like the lobby of like a hotel.
Man works in hospitality.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah,
I'm serious, but just think of it and like.
Yeah.
He kind of like it's like a combination of like a secretary and a butler, but like there's a guy just chilling there, and you pop out like you come in, and he's like, "Welcome home, sir. You have a 7 o'clock phone call and this and this." But at the same time, while he's there. And there's also like there's totally like a waiting area. Like it's definitely like you can come in and it's like a front room almost, but like it looks kind of like a hotel lobby. There's big couches, maybe like a couple of like cocktail tables or something. And
what's your concierge look like? I want to see what this guy looks and is dressed like.
Well, I think since we just talked about the robot stuff, I think he would actually be like some sort of robot.
Okay.
Like how rad would that be? Like,
well,
can you imagine?
Describe the robot visually. Like what?
It's kind of tough because like I would want him to look like something in like a Neil Blomkamp movie, you know, like kind of like that.
Yeah.
That like
you and your freaking your Chappie.
Yeah, think of like Chappie, but like the attitude of like Bender, but then he actually gets stuff done.
That sounds scary, dude. If you have Bender's attitude, you got to be pretty cute. You got to look like a little Homer Simpson robot.
No, I just want him to, you know, be able to, you know, handle his own if needed. And someone he needs to throw out some hooligans that have come into the lobby there. I mean, I don't think that'll happen because my house is 200 feet up, but you know, he's got a little cranky charm to him. It's like having a cranky grandpa around or something.
Yeah. You want a robot Bender as your concierge. I get it.
That'd be cool.
I like that. Okay.
But that's really it though. He doesn't really like do anything else. Like he's mainly in that room and kind of organizes stuff. But I think like as I come in though, I would want, you know, like in the first couple of Iron Man movies, like how when he would get in and out of the suit, he had like that thing, like the like big frame that would pick him up, and like he'd hold his arms up, and like all the pieces would be put on him.
No,
remember that?
I haven't actually ever seen more than like 10 minutes of however many Iron Man movies there are.
Are you kidding me?
I really haven't. I've seen a couple clips. I've seen like one where he was flying around in his suit, and I was like,
God.
"Oh, cool."
All right. So, anyways,
I was like eating at someone's house once, and they had it on in the background, but
that's great, man. That's really cool.
I was looking at the food on the plate.
So anyways, there's in every movie like how he gets in and out of his suit changes, and like so like the first couple was kind of like piecing it together with like some robot help putting it on, and then like in like the second one or the third one or I don't know which one it was, but he like lands on top of his building, and as he's walking, like all these like robotic arms come up. Mm-hmm. And just start like taking pieces off, but like he doesn't miss a beat like as he's walking, and
it's just timed like,
and it just takes the whole suit off, and all of a sudden he's just like in his clothes, like what's up, and the suit's like stored away. Like I would want that type of thing, like in the hallway. So like when I would come in and like I'm out of work and I get home, like that would start happening, but it would like change my work clothes into like some shorts and a t-shirt.
Do you have to lift your arms up to get your undershirt off, or like to take your boxers off? Does it ever pinch you the wrong way in any of
No,
your
I think it's like a general, just like a like I don't think it's like a precise like we're gonna tuck you in this these boxer briefs, but like you know like it's gonna change my pants to my shorts. It's gonna like take my shoes off and like swap my shirt out.
This is really good technology that's like scanning you as you're moving.
How cool would that be? And I'm just like walking in and I'm like, you know, relax mode, and all of a sudden it like.
How wild would that be to be like
Right?
to just be like to have getting dressed be not a thing? Be like, I can't wait to go camping so I can get myself dressed.
Right?
Because in your house your thing just goes and you're like, and ready to go to work.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, I thought it would be cool.
No, I meant cool. No one said weird is not cool. You're on the wrong podcast, buddy. If you think weird is synonymous with non-cool. I guess there's different weird. There's dangerous weird and creepy weird.
Yeah.
But there's like, to me, there's like cool weird, psychedelic colors and trippy concepts, man. That's the weird I'm thinking of. Not like, I'm in a cult and I'll get you to kill your family. Not that kind of weird. All right, so you got the dopest butler ever. A robot Bender style butler with a salty attitude.
Yeah, and he's like he organizes like all my affairs. Like when I'm leaving, he's like,
Oh, I thought you meant you were a cheater.
no, dude. My important appointments that I have to do.
My next podcast, Fantasy Affair. Who would you cheat on your spouse with?
But yeah, he'd be like, sir, I already have your route programmed in to wherever you're going today, and you're all set. Here's a bottle of water and, a Cliff Bar for later, whatever. Like, I don't know. But he's got like my stuff. Don't forget.
Bar.
And don't forget, here's a jacket because it might rain and blah, blah, blah. Like, see you later, sir. Have a great day. But, he'd kind of be like Bender, maybe smoking a cigar while he does it.
So he's got like human qualities. He's got a personality. But he's also a huge help to your life.
Yeah, he's like a greeter. People come over.
Yeah, how does
He's
he
like,
greet us?
welcome.
How does he greet us? We just walked in. Like, what's he going to tell us? What happened? What do we need to do?
Oh, well, it depends on, like, what are we doing? Are we going swimming? Cool, because then you're going to get, like, in the...
Is that where you're taking us right away? Swimming? Is that the first thing we're doing?
No, I'm just saying that because it's hot. But I'm just hear me out real quick.
Let's go swimming in your fantasy
Okay,
house.
hold on, dude.
No, I can't. I want to go swimming.
Okay, correction. Because swimming is a good one, but that doesn't work with what I wanted to explain. So what I wanted to explain, though, is say I'm like, come on, man, we're going to have dinner and we're gonna have a night out, but at my house, because it's possible. And then you show up in like, shorts and like a t-shirt. And I'm like, oh no, man, we were supposed to dress it up a little. But as you're coming in, that Iron Man arm thing would crank out of nowhere and totally change your clothes as you like walk in, and you'd all of a sudden like be in a suit, and you'd be
Without
like,
even realizing it?
Yeah, and you'd like be straightening your tie, and then we'll just call him Bender for the moment because I don't know. I know maybe his name would have to be something like.
Did I get to have a say in wearing this suit, or was this some sort of like style?
No, because we're going out, man. Like you got to go out. Like, some restaurants, you got to look nice. Like you got to look good when you go out to places, man.
Yeah, so you just have this weird robot thing just change me like a baby?
Yeah, but it's not like you're held like you have to see the movie, dude. Go home, watch like I think it's the first Avengers that like the one I'm thinking of that's in. Just watch that like intro
this is
scene.
Like a 5-hour movie. You're giving me a huge piece of homework right now.
Dude, oh my god, you're the only person that's like watching a movie. Oh, that's homework. No, but like you can't picture it. If you could picture it, look, listeners, you can picture it, and just imagine like you're walking in, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, dude, you were supposed to dress up for this, and then like these arms come out, and as you're just kind of walking in, all of a sudden you're just in a suit, or you're in whatever outfit that's like really nice, like whatever the occasion is, it'll adjust for you.
Yeah,
but then the robot concierge,
what's his name?
Shefsky.
You named your
Shefsky.
You named your
Shefsky, sir.
Shefsky?
Yeah.
Well, what am I supposed to say to him? Hi, my name's Shefsky too. This is awkward.
No, you're John. I don't call you Shefsky. I call you John.
Okay.
So he would call you John too.
Okay.
You would be John to him.
But then I have to call him Shefsky.
You do.
This is getting fucking weird. Okay, cool. Nice to meet you, Shefsky robot.
But he would direct you, like, oh, right this way.
Okay. And so what are we doing?
So we're gonna have dinner. So I have. That's like a very large airplane, I think, or a truck.
Huge helicopter.
Or a huge helicopter. All right. So like I would want to. All right. So when you're walking through, right, you come in and there's like a few different ways off the concierge area, right? There's a couple of different paths. There's like you go to the left and there's like a garage. / hangar bay. I don't know. We haven't got there yet. Let me think about that. And then you go straight, and that kind of takes you into the entertainment area. And then if you go to the right, that's kind of like the living quarters, if you will.
Yeah.
so you're coming over and we're gonna drink and I'm gonna make some dinner and all this stuff. So when you go through the hallway straight ahead past Shefsky's desk there, his podium, past the hot chicks room.
Wait, what room?
The hot chicks room. Yeah, like an upright citizens brigade.
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, I don't have to explain it, but there's a hot chicks room right there.
Okay.
So you go past that, and then there's.
And if our listeners haven't seen that, just YouTube UCB hot chicks room.
Yeah, it's great. Every house should have one. And then so you go.
That's kind of a real estate sketch too, isn't it?
It is a real estate sketch. Yeah.
Oh man, because you guys have to press pause right now and just hit that on YouTube. But don't go into a YouTube rabbit hole. You got to come back and listen to the rest of this episode. With me and Adam. Okay.
All right. So
it's past the hot chicks room.
Yeah. So then the first thing you come into is it's kind of like a bar. Like, well, it is a bar. There's a seating area, but really it's a fully stocked proper bar because I can go back there and I can play around and I can make stuff. Or if I'm having like a party, I can get Shefsky back there making some drinks. Not
me, the robot Shefsky.
Yeah, you're John. But Shefsky concierge, he can go back there. But anyways, it's kind of like a bar, and it's like there's some tables and some chairs. Can
it be like a Shefsky 5000, like Andre 3000?
Sure, but we call him Shefsky for short.
Okay.
And so there's like some couches, and it's chill, like it's totally chill.
What kind of couches are they? Do they have a nice little material on top? Are they velour, purple?
Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking of like a really like
yellow.
I'm kind of picturing like a really bright, kind of like a sunroom. Like there's definitely a skylight, and there is like a banquette that kind of wraps around it. Picture like the bar is in the corner, so it's kind of like a corner bar, right?
Yep.
And to the left of or the right, if you're standing behind the bar, is kind of like a loungy area. It's just some really nice couches. I would say I like that kind of like modern, simple kind of look to it. Yeah. But I also like that, like picture that, but kind of like that craftsman kind of architecture with kind of like those angles and like some wood to it. So it'd be like a seating area there, and that's just kind of like a chill spot maybe. And then on the other side is another seating area, but it kind of leads out to a patio. And so there's kind of like an outdoorsy area, which kind of leads to a pool. But that's like it. Like the pool, like the outside area is like kind of like almost in the middle of the house. Right? Like, so you have these like 3 paths, and it's kind of like over here to the side. And that's like a whole like loungy area. And so you have the option of like, I'm going to get a drink, and then I'm going to go, I can sit here. Oh, it's nice out. Let's go. Oh, where'd we go? We can go chill here. Oh, we're also just 200 feet in the sky. Sure, we can just chill outside.
Yeah, just sit on the porch and just watch.
Yeah, like the wall kind of like opens up. Like it's a big opening.
Oh, okay.
So you can like, so you can kind of just really enjoy that. And again, I get that like
very
party
Star
atmosphere.
Wars base kind of thing. You have a big wall that opens up.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay. I'm not trying to tell you to have that. I thought that's what you're saying.
No, I like it, though. Thanks for the idea.
What you're saying. Okay.
That would actually, it would be pretty cool if it was like the door to Jabba's palace, and it was like that big,
yeah,
okay,
that'd be fun.
That would be cool. All right, so anyway, so then there's like that outside area, but then it's a full bar, man, and you can come in and get a drink. You can make your own. You can have someone else, and it's stocked all the time. There's just always fresh ice in there,
yeah,
and all just fresh ingredients, and citrus abound.
Is your robot butler making us a drink, or not robot butler? Your robot concierge?
He helps with some of the like restocking.
Well, who's gonna make me a freaking drink?
Oh, you asked who's gonna make you a drink. Oh, he can do that. I'm sorry, I thought you asked about Megan. Yeah, Shefsky, get over here.
Who, me?
Dude, you're John. Shefsky, make this man a drink, please. And he'll make you whatever you want. What do you want right now? What are you in the mood for?
I'll take some more whiskey.
Okay, got it. Great. And how would you like it?
On the rocks with a splash of water.
Great. Shefsky, can you handle that for my good friend John here?
Wait, are you talking to me twice?
So we would just be chilling right now because we're hanging out at the bar, and you're just looking around and you're looking out. I have the door open so you can look out towards the pool. Just a standard pool, just to have a pool because
Yeah, I mean,
I grew up
you
with a
already have
pool.
a floating house. You don't need like a fancy pool.
Yeah, I grew
You
up
need an
and I
infinity
want
pool.
and I want some chairs around it. Like I definitely want like a, like this is kind of like the center of the house spot. This isn't the backyard. This is just a pool with some chairs around it. You can like get some sun. You can jump in the pool when it's hot out. You can sit out and have a drink.
Yeah.
Whatever. Then like the backyard's its own thing. All right. So anyways, then next to that room, right, there's the dining room, which
What's it look like? Dark, light, a lot of windows, no windows.
still really light. I like it. I like when there's like food and drink involved. I like that open air, bright atmosphere. So I think it would still be very open. I would say
Describe the table. Describe
kind of
the
like
flooring.
French bistro-ish. I like the tiling, like the old school tile floors, and kind of like that white tablecloth, but not like a white tablecloth in like a stuffy sense, but just to keep because they're just a plain boring table underneath and you just got to put something on it. And obviously those colors can change, but that's kind of the idea is just like, there's like some mirrors and just like some like copper, like gold railing, just kind of like that very bright, bistro vibe.
Yeah. I love
just
that.
think that would be great just to have that as like the general eating area.
Is that like Bouchon used to be?
Yeah. Kind of like that.
I love that. Yeah. Like where they have modern appliances, modern things, but I love that. Like even when you have like a French, like a little bit of a classic, but still with like modern classic craftsmanship and like shapes, but like modern done like range hoods. And stuff
right?
Where like it's like it doesn't have. It's got a modernness to it, but it's got life to it, and it's exciting, right? It's got a little bit of organic, or even some tile that has some some pattern on it,
and the wall opens up too. Also, kind of overlooking the pool.
Yeah, so you got the tech in the right places, but you also keep that organic.
Yeah, because I want to be able just to like enjoy the weather and still have that like kind of open air quality to it, but still I'm in my home. Like,
Are you going to cook something in this kitchen,
dude? So this kitchen,
is it a bitchin' kitchen? Hashtag
bitchin' kitchen. Did I ever take you to that kitchen in Bouchon before?
Yeah, well, you've taken us through there.
In through the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So like that. So like a professional.
Bouchon was a restaurant for our listeners. It was a great. Well, there's still one in Vegas, right?
There's still Vegas and Napa.
Napa in Vegas.
Yeah.
But there was one in Los Angeles that Adam used to work at, and he was a kick. I had some of the best nights when you were bartender.
Oh, thanks,
there.
man. Yeah, it was a good time.
He used to get me hammered and give me the best food, just eating oysters and like French bread and every. Oh, dude, I used to have some of my worst hangovers because he would just get me hammered and feed me unbelievable food.
Good times.
You definitely
man.
spoiled me.
Yeah,
I
spoiled myself.
Oh,
man.
dude, it was amazing. And it was a French. Well, you describe it. What am I doing? You should be describing it to our listeners, and then we'll get back to
The restaurant?
kitchen. Just real quick, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was just it was like classic French bistro, but it's Thomas Keller, so he's one of the most well known and like biggest American chefs. He's a huge part of like modern day cooking, and so anyways, he opened up one of his bistros in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills, and it was just this like amazing experience of just amazing food, and we had a good time, man. I around the bar, and we had so much fun. But like if you ever think of that like almost celebrity chef, but like that professional chef that's well known that is sponsored by cooking brands, that's what my kitchen would look like.
Okay,
because it would have everything, because like that's what that kitchen had. It was like the nicest, most modern, amazing kitchen. That's what my kitchen would have. It would have every single possible tool that you could think of, on top of industrial stuff, because like if I need a juice, we're having a party and I need a juice something, like I just throw like a case of lemons into this like super industrial juicer, and it just like presses them, and I get 3 gallons of of lime or whatever, and I don't have to worry about it.
That's it.
And then I have like all my cryovac stuff and all the they can basically, and I have like all induction ranges, like and a giant stovetop with like multiple ovens and a huge hood and a deep fryer, and then in the backyard there's a grill, but there's also a grill in the kitchen too, because when you got to grill something and you're like, I don't want to go all the way over to the backyard, we're not partying now, because that's actually because the bar actually has another secret passage to get to the outside. So anyway, so there would be just every possible piece of amazing equipment.
What would you cook if we were in there? Real quick, if you were there with the crew, the film crew's there filming your episode of Fantasy House Cribs.
That's a tough call, man. I would
make a quick decision, man.
Just to make it quick, man, just a couple of like classic roast chickens. I have multiple ovens, so I can just turn up 3. Like there's a crew, so I can just like there's a bunch of us, and I can just turn on 3 ovens.
The crew, the kitchen at your house has a crew.
No, you said you're there with the crew. and I'm feeding you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm totally lost.
Yeah.
You gave me whiskey. I'm lost. Okay.
Yeah. Shefsky can come over and help. Sometimes he'll help. He'll do some prep.
Me?
Dude, you got to stop with it. You know I'm talking about my concierge.
I can't believe you named your concierge after me.
You should feel honored.
I am.
But yeah, I just do like a couple classic roast chickens, and since I have the fryer, we'll just do like fries and and since I also
good French roasted chicken with French fries,
and I have a raw bar too. So we can just shuck our own oysters because that stuff just gets delivered. Like people just come every few days. And
you can hold on to the chicken. I just want oysters and French fries, dude. Raw oysters and like crispy, fresh French fries.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then like,
oh my god,
yeah, but like,
God.
It'll be like shuck your own, so they can just hang out. Like,
go shuck yourself.
Yeah, we'll just crack some beers. We'll open some bottles of wine, and like, because that's really like that's how I like to host is just like. Open 5 or 6 bottles of wine, open a few beers, put out some glassware, and just start putting food out, and just like help yourself to whatever you want, you know. And so that's what it would be. We would just like, because there's a cellar also behind, like kind of next to this.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have the bar, and the bar opens up to the side. The dining room opens up here. The kitchen kind of stretches out, but over here, the garage and stuff's over here. But this is kind of like getting into the backyard area.
Okay. Well, let's go into your cellar. Is it worth checking out?
Yeah, it's just standard cellar though.
Oh, then it's not
just
worth
got like
out.
Yeah, I
man,
mean, it's,
fuck your cellar.
Yeah, it's you know, it's kind of next in between the bar and the kitchen. It's not like super huge, but it's got a.
You don't want to overcomplicate your cellar.
You don't want to go crazy.
You're not
it's
go crazy.
straightforward.
Well, where are you going to go crazy?
I got some cigars in there too.
Take me and my listeners to somewhere that you are going to go crazy.
All right,
this
the
is what
game room.
Okay, the game room,
dude.
We're going to play a little game.
Anything that you could think of, video game wise. Is there. But it's going to be everything. So you walk in, right? And then to the right, there's like the actual entertainment room. And it's like, it's pretty much a full theater. It's not like a full theater because like, I don't want, what is it, 100 seats? But like, there's 20 seats and a giant screen and an amazing sound system.
Yep.
But like, there's super comfy, like leather recliners and you can just chill out. And then, so that's there. If you need anything, you can just press a little button and Shefsky comes out with some popcorn and a beer and you can just chill out. And you're like, it's a rainy day, I need a little hot chocolate. And Shefsky pops out and he's like, here you go. And then, so if you come back out of that room, right?
Yeah.
There's just, we like to call it the library, and it's an assortment of like all sorts of board games and like tabletop games and even just some books. But there's a lot of space. There's a lot of like tables that are out there, so you can just plop whatever down if you want to work on a puzzle, if you want to have like a
I love the idea of being able to like have a drink and work on a puzzle for a second,
dude, right? And like, so you just grab that drink and you can just kind of you can cut through the kitchen, you can cut through the outside, you can walk by the pool to get over to this game room.
Well, that sounds
and
great.
Then you pick your game, and then you keep going, and on the other side of the room there is
I built a puzzle, Adam.
Yeah. All right, dude, hold on, I'm gonna get in this VR thing.
Wait, tell our listeners what the puzzle is, what the picture of the puzzle is.
It's just a bunch of baby seals. You picked that 1,000-piece baby seal one.
And I'm done. That's it for puzzles for me.
Well, but it's got everything though. It's like crazy jigsaw puzzles. Do they still make those 3D puzzles?
Oh, I don't want to build any more puzzles right now. Like the seals one, I'm just like, that's cool. A bunch of baby seals. It's cute.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's cute. You can frame it if you want. I glued them already to your table.
Yeah, so and then you can walk back. Oh, by the way, that movie theater is also just gets like TV too if you want to chill out on there. But there's another TV room in the living room. But anyways,
I just want to watch in the movie theater. I don't know why anyone would have a living room TV if they have a theater in their house.
Well, there's a couple.
Get in your elevator,
too.
Go to your theater.
So, and then there's this. There's all sorts of couches like around, like so you can just chill out and sit down and have a drink and just relax and then on the other side, there's multiple giant TVs. We'll say like in like the 60-inch range, right?
Yeah.
There's a few of them because that way you can play with friends and you can come over and you can do like some multiplayer stuff or
nice.
whichever.
Mario Karts?
All of it. There's every system with every game.
I just want Mario Karts.
There's Mario Kart. We can play Smash Brothers. We can play, whatever you want.
Okay.
And then, so in addition to that, and there's all these seats.
Tetris.
Just Tetris if you want to play Tetris.
I'll play Tetris.
There's a few scattered, just like old school, like 80s box arcade games just kind of hanging out.
Neo Geo.
No Neo Geo, because there's already every system, and so every system already has the games for. I guess Neo Geo would be there too. I was thinking. I
don't know enough about video games. I was just trying to bond. I was trying to connect.
That was a nice one.
Yeah.
And so
Atari.
Atari will be there too for a little nostalgia.
Yeah.
So you can just you can take your pick. And
do you think there's a Twitch player that his screen name is N69?
Probably.
Yep. Okay, go on.
Do you want me to look it up right now?
No, go on.
Okay. And then
you would look it up too.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And then
good use of a smartphone. Smart man with a smartphone.
Well, I try.
You do.
But yeah, so that'll just have everything that you want. And then in the other corner of the room, there's a big room, as you could tell.
Yeah.
In the other corner of that is a full stage. Like a stage, like if you were to go to like the Troubadour with lights and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so with like a dance floor and all. It's just a big part. I guess that's its own separate room.
What's going on
It's kind of like
there?
next to us. Whatever you want, man.
Well, not whatever I want. Whatever you want. This is your fantasy
That's what I'm talking
house.
about. But like,
what would you put on there if there was a show going on?
Oh man, I'd see if we can get like Queens of the Stone Age to come play.
Oh my God!
How rad would that be, right?
That.
Like they just come by because they actually started using my house.
G-spot right away. I'm just
they started using my house as their tour bus because it flies all over the place.
Oh my God!
And they're like, we got to go to Boise, and I'm like, no problem. I'll take you guys to Idaho right away, and we'll just get in the.
They're one of my favorite bands, but I didn't start getting into them until I want to say. It was like 18 or 19. I've definitely passed the age where like you have the time to be like constantly reading about your favorite bands. Like I remember going through my boyhood like crushes of like, you know, Kurt Cobain and knowing everything about Nirvana.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about Queens of the Stone Age, even though they're one of my favorite bands because
You're a terrible fan
until I was 18 or 19. And so, I mean, obviously I know Josh Homme. I know some of the albums he produces and whatnot, but I don't know like the rest of the rotating members of the band like much about like, would we be able to live in your house with them? Like, could they tour? Use your house as a tour bus, or would we be like, dude, you're so and so, your keyboardist used all my toilet paper and didn't put a roll back, and so left the refrigerator door open, and blah blah blah, let my cat out. You know what I mean? Like, or would they just be like a bundle of joy to hang out with? Like, imagine if you hung out with Willie Nelson and like 4 of his guys that he tours with, you'd be like, these people are they're just the best to have around.
Well, considering that this is my fantasy house,
yeah,
they're great.
Oh, so you're fantasy creating their life?
Yeah, they're cool.
Okay, cool.
They're chill, and like I really don't even notice that they're there.
I love. You know? They get a really good report card from you.
Yeah, pretty much. Just every couple of nights, though, they pretty much do like a full set, and that
would be amazing.
You know, and like every once in a while, I'll catch them by the pool, but like I really don't see them that much.
Oh man. Okay, so
but that's the thing. It'll be fun, and then you know. So that way, like touring bands, like smaller touring bands having trouble getting a gig, I'm like, you guys can come on in. We can have like a whole party. Or
then they tell their friends like, hey, that old guy with the floating house was kind of weird. He said we could play at his house.
Yeah, he gave us liquor and drugs, and
he's really a hospitality guy, if you know what I mean.
But like, you know, just in general. You know, having that stage there is great. You can, if we start a band again, we can practice there.
Did you come on the show so you could pitch us being in a band again?
Yes.
We have so much stuff to do again. We got to ride bikes again once my kids get a little older and they can start riding bikes with us more.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
In the middle of all this, though, because I'm not really like one of those guys that's like, I got to work out. But like, there's definitely like a trainer like for bicycles.
Yeah.
So I can just sit and pedal when I'm like not out.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, I can just put that like over by like the video games or something. I can just sit and pedal on it.
There's an arcade, there's a bar, there's a whole stage and a venue, and then there's a little bike inside.
Yeah.
One of those dentists.
Well, it's just one of my bikes just on a trainer.
Yeah.
Just so I can stationary pedal and.
That's great. Listening to Queens of the Stone Age, burning off the sweat.
Yeah.
You guys play another fast one?
Dude, how rad would that be?
As you're like just sweating on the thing.
Dude, that would be amazing.
So, okay. Now where do we go? Is there anywhere else to go? Like we haven't been to your bathroom yet?
We haven't been to my bathroom.
We haven't been to your bathroom, or we have to go to your bathroom
or my bedroom.
And your bedroom. So.
And then the backyard.
Okay.
I can do the backyard real quick.
Okay, let's do the backyard quick.
So... You can pop out to the backyard. There's a giant barbecue pit. There's a fire pit.
Fire!
There's another small pool.
Is there a Brad
jacuzzi.
pit?
There's a Brad pit.
Okay.
He just hangs out there. He just really likes it, and so I actually can't get rid of him.
Just go to the next part in there.
There's been multiple times where I like go out to the backyard and I'm
You
just
said
like,
there's a jacuzzi.
Damn it, Brad Pitt, get out of here!
I'm sure Brad Pitt would be a pleasure to have hang out.
I'm sure he'd be great, man. He seems like a cool guy.
He's got a very charming jawline.
He'd love hanging out with us.
Yeah,
Let's write him.
Send him an email.
And then there'd be like, there would definitely be like a small like mountain bike course.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I would
so we can just
totally,
like ride,
totally.
just a little bit, like
Totally.
nothing insane, but just to have fun and just kind of
a custom course for people like you and me.
yeah, like,
They're like, I want to do this. I just don't want to die.
yeah, extra beginner.
Yeah. Old dudes that don't want to get too hurt but still want to have fun.
Exactly.
You know.
And then next to that, a small skate park with a full pool and just like a half pipe and a couple quarter pipes.
Oh,
and,
beautiful.
Because that would just be fun just to carve a little and just to be able to walk out to my backyard.
Just drop in right in your backyard. I would love to just jump on a mountain bike.
How amazing. And then we have a giant barbecue pit. So we're just like with a smoker and we're just like making some meats. And then like I just hit like the button on my watch and I'm like, Shefsky, bring us to gin and sodas.
And then I'm like, I'm right here. And you're like, not you
I'm just
idiot.
like, for the last time, man, I'm going to eject you out of my house.
Okay.
Okay. And so it's just, and there's like a bocce ball court as well.
You love bocce ball, yeah.
I'm just saying, like on a hot day, like or
no, I
a nice
love
summer
it.
day, like
I'm not criticizing you. I'm just teasing you.
It's really
Dude,
rough.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you when we press stop on
Anyone,
this recorder.
do you give anyone else a hard time about their house?
No, this is you though on my show. All
right,
I
so
feel like I have to pinch and twist your nipples a little bit.
So I think that's pretty much the backyard.
Okay, let's go check out the
all right.
master bedroom.
All right, the master bedroom
And
is.
Master.
It's kind of funny because I really am kind of picturing this house like one floor.
Yeah. Dude, one-story houses that are
I kind of like it though.
Awesome.
I like being able to walk through it.
One-story houses that are big are awesome. It
So the master
automatically makes you
bedroom,
use a big plot of land because it's if you want raw
Right?
square footage and it's one story, it's gotta be spread out.
yeah.
like
I feel like I need to
cream cheese on my
draw
bagel.
the diagram of the house for you so you get the real feeling.
Paint it for us with your words so that our listeners can get a feeling.
Yeah.
If we're looking straight
So-
down on Google Maps, what shape is your house?
It's almost like, think of it like, because kind of the way I'm explaining it,
Yeah.
think of it almost like a baseball diamond, like kind of like that fan,
Okay.
but not like a pointy bottom, more like a flat, like that's like the front door basically,
Okay.
right? And so straight ahead and kind of to like the left is all the entertainment and kitchen and bar and stuff, and then the right part of that fan is like the bedroom area. The left part is kind of the kind of like the garage and cellar, and then kind of like the backyard kind of like snakes around it almost, like kind of hugs around it.
Okay, cool.
And then it's all on this big platform with some railing on the side so no one falls off. And
Thank you. I was going to ask that earlier when you were talking about the thing lifting up like Star Wars style.
I gotta have
It's
some
being
railing.
Open, and I was like, hey, I just am a little nervous.
Like they were able to do it in the Star Wars universe, and like they didn't
No one
have
ever
any
falls
problems.
off,
No one
but-
ever fell off because I think people just used common sense and they're like, oh, I'll die if I fall down there.
Like aircraft carriers have those things that come off with the little nets. So
Yeah, so I think kind of like just a little safety because I'm sure someone will get drunk and wander off or
yeah, I think so. With
Whichever.
how you like to host, getting people hammered.
Yeah.
I think I would
Just having a
worry
good
about
time,
that.
man.
Okay, so let's go to your bedroom.
All right, so my
Master
bedroom. So my bedroom is the ceiling is a glass ceiling, and so I can look at the stars every night. And then what happens? You know how like you have those like bathroom doors that like turn opaque when you press the button, like they're clear, and you've seen that, and you hit the button, and like. Poof. Yeah. Like that's kind of what happens like in the morning. So in the morning the sun doesn't like hit you hard, but at night you're just looking up at the stars.
Perfect.
And you're just in this giant bed, just super comfortable with tons of pillows. It's a giant Tempur-Pedic with all these super nice pillows and
What's the color theme in there? What kind of sheets on that giant Tempur-Pedic?
I like you got to think everything's kind of oversized because it's a huge bed. So it isn't like sheets that fit like the whole bed, but they're giant sheets. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
it's a double-sized sheet of like a king bed. So that way there's
does the
just
bed
tons
is
of
the
room.
bed flush with the whole floor, like infinity bed style, or is it just that you have a large bed?
I think there's a little space when you come in, so you can kind of walk around it.
Okay,
Just
so-
a little one though.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
Just
the
a
difference
little.
between that and an infinity bed is like you open the door and it's just bed. There is nothing besides the floor. So, but if you just have a trippy large bed, that's badass too.
It's a trippy large bed because I just like being able to kind of throw
I don't know
my.
if that's a technical term, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, I like being
trippy large
because,
bed.
well, the more I think about it, the more I like being able to like throw my feet out of it in the morning.
Yeah.
because you can like, I'm almost now. I feel like if I had the infinity bed, I'd be like drowning in bed. Like you wake up and you're like, I just
some
want to
people want
stand
that.
up. Like,
But dude, Adam, some people want that. I've had listeners that have said like, "Oh, the bed goes like you open the door and it's just bed, and that's infinity bed where you're just the entire floor is the
Whoa.
bed." So some people want that, which is totally
that's
cool
kind of
for
funny.
them.
You just walk in and you just start rolling on the.
Yeah,
you
but
just
that's
fall.
what some people think is cool for their thing. And I'm like, that's badass. It's their fantasy. They're allowed to have it.
That'd be so cool.
Okay, so you have a trippy large bed.
large bed, and then it's a big glass dome ceiling, so you can look at the stars every night.
But it's tinted in the morning, so you don't get sun.
Yeah, in the morning it like turns opaque, and it's just like a blue sky with clouds.
Oh, rad!
Like still super light. I like that, and I want and it'll be like kind of dark greens and like kind of browns, like very woodsy.
Yeah,
right. Like
in your room, just in general.
In the room,
cool.
yeah. And then the bed, but the bed, I always kind of like that, changing that. I like that sharp contrast, and so the bed, like the sheets and stuff, would be like crazy, super soft, high thread count sheets that are like dark color, like a dark blue or something, and then like the blankets will just be an assortment of stuff because that's just what I've always had in my life, like.
Eclectic blankets.
Yeah, you're always like, we have a comforter, and then like, but I'm cold. All right, let me throw this Dodger blanket on, and then like we're like, but let's put this other blanket underneath the comforter, and like because I like being like super cozy warm, and I like that idea of the layers.
Yeah.
So like, it'll be build your warmth and mismatch blankets and stuff, and they're just all over the place because it's just a big bed. You can just ball it up and throw it over there, and.
Yeah, I love that. All the different fabrics are kind of inspiring to see them. And
how rad would that be?
Like
it's just it makes it more. That's our blankets over our life that we've picked them up.
Well, now where do I go to the bathroom here? You can show me your restroom.
Well, there's definitely toilets all over the place, just hidden little guys that you can just kind of pop in and just be comfortable. They're all comfortable. They're all great. They're all definitely comfortable.
But take me to the one that we have.
The master one, though, right?
The master suite,
the master one is just awesome, like subway tile. All along the walls, nice tile without any like grout though. Like on it, it's just almost like a linoleum, but not like it doesn't get gross.
Yeah.
It doesn't get slippery.
For things to get stuck in.
Yeah, it doesn't get slippery. It doesn't get gross.
What color is it? What's the color theme in this bathroom? You gotta have a tone.
I kind of like the idea of like almost that. That very like soft white, very light, very airy look to it. There's a lot of natural light. There's a skylight. I love having a skylight because I love having that natural light.
Yeah.
And since we're 200 feet up in the air right now, you don't have to worry about anyone looking down from another building or something into your skylight toilet. So, and then it has like a huge, it's called a vanity, right? Like with the sink and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a big split one, so like wife has her stuff and my stuff over there, and then dual toilets, so that way we don't have to worry about. This is the master bathroom, by the way. I mean, I guess all of them could have. I guess
it's your fantasy house, dude.
Master bathroom has dual toilets, but they're not like next to each other and like open. It's like its own separate rooms.
Yeah.
Especially in the morning, we always find we're using the bathroom at the same time, and one of us is usually like, "Can you hurry up?" Like, and so. I think that'd be cool just to not even worry about it. And then they're also far enough away. But once you're in that like kind of little stall room, it's just super comfortable. It's cold. Got to be cold.
Cold bathroom?
Yeah, just airflow, coldness coming through. And then whatever top of the line Japanese toilet that you can get that has all the functions and talks to you and has like the bidet and seat warmer and all that stuff. Just super, super comfortable. And there's definitely the three seashells
that were never explained.
What are you talking about? You don't know how they work? I'm not going to explain it to you.
I'm pretty sure it's internet theory. I don't think it's really.
If you don't know,
I think it's internet theory.
I can't believe you don't know about the three seashells.
I think that the writers actually knew that they weren't going to explain what they are.
So, anyways, but I'll have that just for ultra sanitary needs.
Demolition Man reference. If anyone's wondering what we're talking about, Demolition Man.
And it's just like music comes on or like birds chirping, nature sounds, just to relax you.
Yeah, totally relax.
And it's got room. It's got plenty of room. So it's not like you feel cramped or anything. And then you come out and it's got like giant shower, kind of like that open shower with like 6 to 8 shower heads that just all like, but like pretty high water pressure because I like that.
Yeah.
Like high water pressure.
Like getting an aqua beating, as I call it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this
feels like you're getting clean.
Variable temperatures, but the option to seal the whole thing up to like steam in it as well.
Yeah.
And then... but just this huge, giant like bathroom. Like you can get like 10 people in there if you need to. But
I don't know. And when the last time I was like, I need a bathroom with 10 people capacity,
with room for a dozen.
Yeah.
And then it's got like a little like steam sauna.
The village that crafts together.
That you can just chill out in.
Okay.
But man, it's just super comfortable. Super comfortable. Everything. It's just like because I know you can think of it, but the best bathroom experience you ever had where you came out of there and you're like, that was so nice.
And yours
That's what it's like.
And yours was in.
Oh, in Japan, yeah.
Japan? Yeah.
And that's how like I modeled the bathrooms after. I'm like, that was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so pleasant everywhere.
It's a very Japanese experience.
Dude,
Your bathroom.
it was so great. So yeah, but basically, there's like mini versions of that all throughout the house.
So your bathroom, that's your master suite sets the tone for all of its little
Yes,
like replicas around the house.
Yes, and then attached to that are our each individual closets with like our clothes and shoes and stuff, and we can get dressed. And but yeah, imagine that like on a smaller scale, all throughout the house. All of my friends are really prominent poopers, so I need to make sure that they're all covered and they're comfortable.
I feel like we're like a biker gang, and that's written on the back of our jackets, our leather jackets. Prominent poopers,
and so but it's just every bathroom's comfortable and no one worries about it.
Yeah,
and there's plenty of options. So if there's stuff going on over here and you're like, I'm just gonna use
a bathroom that's far from everyone.
I'm gonna use the East Wing one, but they're all soundproof, so you don't have to worry about it.
Do you have a garage in this place?
Yeah, that's on the other side of everything. There's another little like chill living room in there that's kind of by the bedrooms. There's a few other guest bedrooms too, but they're small and fine. They're just they're just the fucking Queens of the Stone Age are staying there. They're fine. Don't worry about them.
No big deal. Just small little
yeah. They're back in the corner.
Okay. Let's go to the garage though. Shouldn't we end with a bang in the garage?
Yeah, I'll land and then we'll take off. Yeah, I'll land. Do you want to? Let's go to while we cross the house to get to the garage. I'll send us over to the beach.
How do you land this thing? What goes on?
What's the question?
How do you land your house? Like, what goes on to land it? You just tell your concierge, or like?
Yeah, I mean, I can just
put her down.
It's also kind of just like, house, take us to, I don't know, to Escondido, or I don't know, wherever. Like, house, take us to Zuma.
Very Star Trek.
Yeah, and it just kind of does its own thing, and then like it finds a spot that it just kind of rests on. And I mean, we don't have to get into the logistics of that. Okay. You'll be bored if I start talking about how it supports itself and then the inner workings of it. That's
you really brushed that one off well. You're like, you wouldn't understand. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy I'm working with.
I don't want to go down that road. You're going to get bored. Listeners are going to get bored.
Okay.
It's going to be stupid.
Well, let's check out your last room. Let's check out the
all right.
garage.
On the way, we'll swing by the bar, grab another drink, say what's up to Shefsky, and then we pop in the garage. Garage is it's pretty much just like standard issue garage. It's just a little bigger. It's got a little workshop where I can tinker on stuff, and just shelves and tools, and everything's just nice and organized, and has plenty of storage, and but it's all nice and organized, like shelves and little cubbies, but everything's labeled and stuff like that, so I can find it. And I'm like, oh, dude, do you want me to fix this recorder? Like, let's go take a look, and we can go tamper with it. And then in the back of the garage is the stable for all the bicycles. We just have an assortment of bicycles, because then also when you go out that back door, that's where the backyard starts. So the dirt track for mountain biking and the skate park's all over there, so you can just grab your stuff and go.
Just go. You basically ride out of the garage.
Yeah, like
do you have
the
a car in there, or any kind of vehicles?
Yeah, there's a few cars.
What cars are in there?
Definitely a Tesla, because that's just what I want.
Everyone wants a Tesla. Yeah, join
I want
the
a Tesla
clubby.
so bad.
Why do you want a Tesla so bad?
Because it's the freaking car of the future, man. This is the whole theme we've been talking about, is like the future stuff, and that's the car right there.
Some buttons.
Do you see that thing?
Yeah.
You pushed them.
There's other electric cars coming out too.
There are.
There's that pickup truck.
But
SUV
I mean,
company.
But in the meantime, that's what it'll be.
Yeah.
Like, let's do Fantasy Hours Part 2 in 4 years, and then
this guy's booking himself for episodes.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'll be back on your show, John. I was like, I didn't even ask you. He's like, I already booked myself.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you about the guest house.
Okay.
And then so Tesla, and then a few other like classic cars. We'll do some,
Yeah,
I need my Dodge
cars
back.
You got to get your Dodge.
My 70 Dodge Coronet back. I would want a WRX in there for fun.
Oh, you're going back to all the cars of your past.
Because they're all the cars I wanted. I would want all of them except for the Scion that I have now. But even then, I would probably want that just for fun. Oh, and I forgot the last thing to mention. There is kitty tunnels all over the place for my cats. There's just like tunnels that like are all over the place and little ledges. And so you never know at any given time where one of the cats are, but you can just like look up and he's just staring at you. And you're just like, oh, okay.
Like you can just be chilling on the couch and you look up and you see the cat just watching you from the tunnel somewhere?
Yeah.
Like hamster tunnels.
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
For cats.
Yeah,
do they make those already?
Yeah, there's like hamster tunnels, but there's also like people build like ledges.
Yeah.
And they do cutouts in the walls so the cats can like.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, and there's like all sorts of scratching posts and stuff. They'll have their own like room hidden away somewhere with like a litter box and stuff, but
their own privacy.
So anyways, whatever car you want to get into. We're about to be at the beach. We can go.
Is that how the episode ends? Like the credits roll as you and I spin our tires off and leave?
I think so.
Okay. What car do we get into?
Yeah, take your pick. Do you want the Tesla? Do you want to do the Impreza? Do you want to do...
I'm probably going to take the Tesla because from what I understand, the Tesla is like the torquiest. Isn't the Tesla as torquey as like most supercars now?
I think so.
Like the numbers are pretty crazy. I don't know if its top speed is like a supercar or the handling is like a supercar, but to know that on like just pulling out of your driveway, if you have an empty street going down, that you can fly down it like you're flying out in a supercar, it's pretty awesome.
That's very awesome.
Like a WRX is a fun little car, but
I would floor it and I would slam you into the back of the seat and just so I can hear you talk about it the rest of the day.
You had to make it sadistic. You had to hurt me,
of course,
so I'd have something to talk about.
Of course,
badass fantasy house.
Thanks, man.
Kitty tunnels, great. Nobody's had a concierge yet. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, he just
people have butlers and whatnot, but a concierge is just like adorable. And hilarious.
Yeah, and people are like, we're like, oh, like on the way out right now, let's ask Shefsky. We need a place to eat. He can recommend something nearby.
I'm full of oysters and French fries. I'm actually driving this Tesla as fast as I can to the beach so I can throw up over the pier. Well, it's been a friggin' outstanding fantasy house, dude. Thank you for taking us through there.
Oh, man, I'm happy you enjoyed my crib.
This was a blast, dude. Guys, thank you so much for listening and having fun with us. We appreciate it so much. We're up to like 38 5 stars on Apple Music. Seriously, you guys are warming my heart. Anybody, if you're listening to this and you want to take the time to do actually write a review or give us, we're almost at 50 reviews, 55 stars on Apple Tunes or whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. It's called Apple Tunes, right? No, it's Apple Podcasts. Whatever it is, if you listen to us on Apple, give us a review. If you listen on something else, give us a review there. And press the share button. Send it to someone. Thank you guys so much. #blessed guest. Shefsky out. Mwah.